Alright, yeah, someone commented on one of my videos and asked me why I moved from Alberta, from Ontario. Well, simple fact is, Ontario is at a 13% GST, 13% HST tax rate, and their hydro rates are through the roof. And what I noticed out here in Alberta is that the GST is on most things, but not on everything. And it's a great tax because we're not paying a sales tax on everything, unlike Ontario. It's like, for example, my monthly transit pass is non-taxed. It's only $99, which is awesome. The reason why I like Alberta so much is because the meat is cheaper here than in Ontario. The NDP, when they were campaigning, the provincial government, when they were campaigning here, said they were going to raise the minimum wage to $12.20, which they did. Ontario got a minimum wage increase from $11.25 to $11.40 an hour. Not very much of an increase there. Pretty much all of Southern Ontario, South of Toronto is basically broke. So, no manufacturing jobs and nothing. And trust me, I've lived in a small town there, or like a medium-sized main town. I've seen downtown shops boarded up. People are more arrogant out there. It's just a mess. And their provincial government promised a lot of jobs with the green energy. However, it didn't seem to be true because obviously they have windmills out there, but there was no jobs. In the town I was living in, there was no jobs. So, in 2013, when I was trying to find another job, I could not manage to find it. So, 3 years later, I decided to say screw it and come out to Alberta. And I'm already working out here. It's not the best job, but it's still work 5 days a week, so I'm not complaining there. And I'm managing to survive out here better than in Ontario. And there's more to do here in Alberta, which I've really noticed. In Ontario, in the town I was living in, there was nothing to do. Nothing at all. No place to do anything whatsoever. Basically, where I was living, you basically needed a car to get out of the town I was living in, or you would have gone mentally nuts. Because the fact is, there was nothing to do. Even if you go to Hamilton, there's still nothing to do. You go to Kitchener, Cambridge, and Waterloo, nothing to do. There's no train system unless you go to Toronto. Then you got somewhat of a train system there, which I think is a joke compared to Calgary. At least Calgary's actually got real city trains, unlike Toronto. And Toronto is overly rated by price. And Hamilton's a friggin' joke. They just say it's Steel Town, which I think is Bum Town, because of the fact that there's nothing there neither. There's not one thing I really like about Ontario anymore. When I was a kid, it was perfectly fine. Everything was booming down there. But a lot of people down there say don't move to Alberta because Alberta's broke. Well, came to Calgary, they're building a new library downtown. They're building a new skyscraper, and they already built a new school up near where I live, a new high school, already finished. And they're building something else downtown, another building. When you go on the blue line there, and you look to the right, you can see construction going on, and I'm just amazed. Quite a few condominiums are going up here, which I was astounded. And yeah, so other than that, I love it out here in Alberta, and I hate Ontario. Plus, last but not least, there was more drama in the shithole of a town I was living in. More drama and more welfare and more mental health per capita than what I've seen out here. So, but I am going to go back for a Christmas visit because I'm actually going to do videos on that too as a comparisons. I'll be uploading those probably when I'm there too, and then you folks can see the difference and the reason why I came out here. I will actually do the whole little downtown core there. Oh yeah, and me and a friend of mine, we actually did comparisons. Compared to Norfolk County, Haldimand County, and Brant County, those three counties could actually fit Calgary. That's how big Calgary is. We actually did comparisons on Simcoe, Ontario, and compared to our industrial park, it's only a fraction of our industrial park in Calgary. Calgary's huge. That's another reason why I wanted to come out this way, and I'm glad I did, because I feel so much better being out here. Oh, and yes, it is snowing. So, yeah, I'm going to do a video on that later, and I'm going to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I'm going to have my morning coffee, and peace.